If you read any of my books, or if you're following me on social media, you will know that I really enjoy killing characters in my fiction. I know I'm pretty nasty like that. But what should you consider when killing a character? Is there anything to consider, or can you just kind of get rid of Tom Bombadil if he appears in your story? If he did in mine, he wouldn't last long for sure. I can promise you that. Let's get into it. Hi guys, my name is Jesper and welcome to the Fane of Fantasy. This channel is all about giving you inspiration to master your craft and create fantasy that will truly immerse your audience. Since I'm recording a video on this topic, I'm sure you've already guessed that, in my opinion, killing characters shouldn't be taken lightly. I know I do it a lot, but my viewpoint remains the same, okay? Then that's out of the way. Killing characters isn't a trend thing either. Only do so when there is a purpose beyond you wanting to kill somebody today. I guess writing fiction is quite therapeutical in that way. Let's take some examples and talk around those. The first is where you kill a character because either A, you've got too many characters and you don't know what to do with them, or B, you realize that you really don't need the character anyway, so well, you might as well just kill him off. Well, to be honest, those are not good reasons to kill a character. Every single character in your world should be there for a purpose. Otherwise, don't put them in there. Simple as that. Killing them off just like that would really annoy me as a reader. You know, given how much I actually enjoy treating my characters really nasty, I'm sure it will annoy other readers even more than it will me. And I'm also a very slow reader, so having read 20, 30 or 40,000 words in my snail pace only to find out that you killed the character for no apparent reason, well, if I wasn't reading on a Kindle and don't want to have to buy a new one, well, then the book might have been thrown against the wall at that point. I'm just saying. So if this is your problem, what you need to do instead is to remove those characters from the story completely. On the flip side, you can certainly add characters to the story with no other intention but to kill them. I'm guilty of that one, and I proudly face the charges. If the character's sole purpose of existence was to die, that also means that their death had a meaning and a role to play in the story. You see the difference between killing a character because, well, you don't know what to do with him or her anymore, versus killing a character because it was an important plot point. Massive difference, right? That said, it also happens that we authors grow attached to our characters, or some of us do, maybe not so much me. Anyway, if that's you and you find it difficult to kill a character because of it, then it might be worth focusing on the reason for the character's death. If you can console yourself with the fact that there is a bigger meaning to the death, you know, that it serves a higher purpose, this can make it a bit easier. And who said a grown man isn't allowed to cry? Do that if you have to. And make the death an epic one. Just getting shot in the heel by an arrow like Achilles, well, that's always felt a bit lame to me, am I right? But how about killing the protagonist? That's another question. I'm not going to disclose whether I did this or not myself. I guess you'll need to read the Keystone Bone trilogy to find out. But from a general perspective, I would say it depends. It depends on the story. Like I've said so many times before when dealing with the world building, it all depends on the story. Keep everything that happens aligned with the story's theme. If it's a theme about conquering evil, it's going to be quite a bummer if the main character suddenly just dies. You know, imagine Frodo dying at Mount Doom. Well, if it was me, I might actually have been tempted to do that, but to be honest, it wouldn't be the same story if that had happened. If the story, on the other hand, is about getting corrupted by evil, then you're in a safer zone when it comes to killing the protagonist. At the end of the day, you gotta do what is best for the story you're going to tell. The story is king, as I say in my book on fantasy map making. Today's video was a little different than the others I'm posting every single Monday. This is a bit of an experiment, you could say, as I'm trying out some new things to test what you guys like the most. So do let me know in the comment section below. And if this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe. You can also find me on social media. There is links to everything right here on the screen and also in the comment section below. It doesn't get any easier than that now, does it? Stay safe out there and see you next Monday.